I have a microphone or a mic or a phone, and I have an opinion. Hope you all are having a legendary grand day. And today I got one specific about something specific. All right. So, as an artist, or I guess as a rapper, even if you want to say that, even though I'm not entirely a rapper. Um, oh, this is a cut. Where the freak? I didn't do that. That's cool, I guess. Anyway, um, because I've been in this specific genre for years. It kind of seems to a point where you just like start learning more and more about it, and then you like so on and so forth. So when it comes to certain things, there are times where you're gonna be like, WTF, like in the title. So, in this specific thing, I was listening to one of the songs, um, and one of a song, or it was on the radio or something, or came up on my playlist, something like that, or just some way somehow I heard it, and it's talking about. Well, I was also thinking about it, and it was talking about smoking while driving and drinking while driving, and that's a that's obviously illegal for one, but for two, sometimes in certain states it's illegal to smoke while driving, and smoking as in marijuana, um, and one of the issues, right, that tends to happen is when people listen to that type of music, right? People will listen to that song or listen to that music, and they'll end up being like, "Oh, my favorite rapper's doing it, or my idol's doing it, so I'm gonna do it." Either that, or they're hearing it on the song and they're like, that's a good idea, or just one way or another, because the song says it, they end up doing it. And that's one of the issues that I hear quite not often. It's uh, kind of uncommon to hear, but it does happen on songs. And every once in a while, I'll hear a song and he's talking about doing something illegal, and and sometimes they just say it for the music. And I feel like some people don't really realize that. Some people don't really get that, and uh, I haven't done that to like a super extreme extent without letting people know that my stuff is satire and stuff like that, and comedy, and just for the entertainment purposes. I mean, you don't see me, you know, in a mental institute. You don't see me in jail. You don't see me in prison. You don't see me any files you look up, or any cases you see on the internet. You don't see me in that. So if I say something like that, then it was a joke, obviously, because firstly, I'm not even in that and I'm not on it. So, and there's nothing on the internet that says that, and nothing recorded in the history of anything, whether online or not. Then that's just out of the question completely. If people have been to jail, if people have been to jail for DUIs, if people have been to mental institutes, if people have freaking, um, you know, are terminally online, which is basically all the same thing, then it just like that's its whole thing in itself. And if they want to talk about it, they could talk about it on their music too. It's not like they can't or anything. Uh, but like that's whatever. Uh, but when it happens on music and people talk about certain things, like basically how to get a DUI 101, tutorial how to get a freaking DUI. Uh, these people will talk about drinking while driving, and freaking sipping in the car or whatever, and freaking and like freaking open containers in the car, and just all kinds of stuff. Like that's just that should not happen in the vehicle, man. Like, you know, I I guess no, not even then. just not in the car. Like outside of the car, perfectly fine. Good, do it by any means. But if you are going to do it in the car while listening to music of someone who is saying that they're doing it in the car, doesn't mean they're actually doing it. They're just saying that they're doing it. Then that's kind of the influence it has on people. That's kind of what that's kind of the whole thing I'm trying to talk about is something that some people don't think about. You know, it goes over their heads. Like they listen to it and they like it or whatever, and then they go on about their day. You know, I guess most people do, but there is that small amount of people that will actually do that stuff. It happens. It's true, and it can happen. So, uh, it's just something that seeing it as an artist, a musician, and music artist, uh, seeing it as a rapper, seeing it as who I am, and freaking like someone on the outside at every angle that I could see it. It doesn't help anything really. If you, I mean, then again, like if you just straight up listen to music and you just like it and you listen to it and you end up doing it, then I mean like that's all whatever. If you take it a little bit too serious though, that's when it's like, all right, we got to talk about something here. Uh, and I mean if they learn their lesson after the first time they mess up and do whatever one of the songs talk about, then all right, good. If they learn and they don't do it again, that's how it should have been in the first place, but that's all right. Humans make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. They don't even realize it and won't even admit it sometimes, and some people won't take accountability and responsibility, but that's just certain people. Everybody's different. Um, and that's just what I'm talking about. Is these things that are just publicly going on radios and freaking online on YouTube, being streamed on Spotify, all these different things, and not a single person apparently is talking about it or something like that. I don't know. I guess I'm the only person talking about it. So yeah, uh, freaking, it's just something that kind of sucks because how some people are. They'll end up doing it, and yeah, it's just whack. And hearing it on songs is like funny and all, right? And that's what I'm talking about when I say if I do it in my music, for example, and not even related to this, just whether I say something outlandish even or just anything like that, it's probably a joke, um, or it's most likely a joke. Just it all depends on what I'm talking about. Sometimes the stuff I talk about actually happens, and uh, other things that I talk about are things that I actually lived, been through, and experienced, and what I do every single day. I don't fathom cap. I've said it on one of my songs. I'm just quoting it right now. But yeah, it's just like these songs be talking about stuff, and some rappers or some hip hop artist will say some stuff, because that's just part of the culture or whatever, just part of the music, and they'll just say some stuff just to say it, if that makes sense, just to sound cool and seem cool. And if someone finds out that doesn't happen or that's not true, oh, that's a big problem. That's a thing that we cannot talk about. So on and so forth. And that's when it becomes a thing where it's like, okay, just live it. Live what you do live. I don't know, but yeah, that's the other LG opinion that I wanted to talk about, legendary grand opinion, besides the Wyatt 6 unmasking, because those are just a couple things that really needed to be talked about, especially this one. Um, but the other one definitely needed to be talked about because I don't know if I'm the only one who felt that way. I don't dislike it. I just don't understand the purpose or what they're trying to go for at that point. They didn't have to unmask them, but they did. And that's just something that I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense. I gotta shave a little bit right here. I just realized, I think, because hold on. this equal? No, the alignment's a little off. I gotta shave it a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this one. I hope you guys have a legendary grand day. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I get a lot of ladies, and nerds get jealous. Time to read chat. And I will see you guys next one. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate all the support and everything. And I'll see you guys next time for another LG opinion and other stuff that I do. Okay, let's see. I love when I get one of these, though, because hilarious. Because that's exactly... It's just not funny. You know, it's just not. Okay. These are just the people that'll never understand this. Won't understand this level. Gotta get rid of them. Tries way too hard to be funny. It's just not funny. Yeah. No one thinks it's funny. It's just simply not funny at all. And y'all wonder why you didn't hear from JJ Orange for a little bit, and then he went to the mental hospital. So if one of y'all go, and another one of y'all get a DUI, and then one of y'all get your accounts banned on Twitter for reasons I'm not going to say on video, then it's like, bruh. They always ask, it's the same people that ask, who are you talking to? And then they start asking me questions, and then they start talking in chat. It's like, bruh. They wonder why JJ Orange went to a mental hospital. Like, bruh, it's just going to get worse for him. It already is as bad as it can get. It's just going to get worse. He thinks he's going to get the stuff he wants, and the other people do too. And it's like, bro, that's not how life's going to work. I know it hurts your feelings, but life's not going to work the way you think it is. Keep it up, though. It's just not funny. The Call of Duty humor is just so out of date, bro. If you're going to try to say something funny and try to make fun of me, at least be creative with it in some type of way. This is disappointing. See you guys next time.